Do you feel like you're constantly running out of time? Been there. I am sharing 6 paid websites that are 100% worth your money. Use them for years and they really give you back a whole lot of time. So whether you're budgeting, meal planning, using AI, or just trying to get your schedule in check, these are worth the money. Let's jump in. Hey guys, I'm Liz Moyer, and when I was doing my doctorate, I was always looking for ways to save time. I'm excited to share with these, and make sure you stay till the end. I'll show you something that if you travel a lot will really benefit you. Okay, first one, EveryDollar. This is by Dave Ramsey. Bottom line up front, it is $79.99 per month. What I'll do is I just press start budgeting, and it's going to go back and look at my previous budget. This is from a while ago. If you are super annual attentive and you want to show everything that you're kind of making and have it broken down, you can, or you could totally just erase that and you could just have one big income and you could say, hey, paycheck one, and put that money in there. This is really great. It integrates. So what you can see is actually on the right-hand side, it shows all the transactions that have come in. I have this tied to my accounts. The only thing that EveryDollar does that I don't like is that it can't pull from Amex, but I can drag and drop. And so let's say I know that I bought something from Amazon, it was a supplement. I'm gonna drag and drop, and then boom, you can see now of the $300 that I've got planned, I've spent $33.46, which means I've got $266.54. This exports into an Excel spreadsheet. I love it. I've tried Mint. I've tried a lot of free things. I've done the Excel spreadsheets. This is really, really, really great. Okay, number 2, family freezer meal. You can see I was looking up something keto recently, but if I go home, what this is, there are free versions of this, but I really think the paid version is worth it. It's $97. But let's say I go into a meal plan, I click on here, and I say I'm on extreme budget. Right now things are expensive. I click add this meal plan, and it's going to show me all of the different recipes that would go into this. And I can then make adjustments and say I've got a larger family. I don't need 6 servings. I need click, 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 10. Or likewise, you're like, okay, I've only got a family of 2. I can do 2. Top right hand corner, I then go to shopping list. I go from here, I say I want to include ingredient list. And let's say I really don't like the tomato soup, so I get rid of that completely. And I really like the honey mustard, so I'm going to do a couple more servings of that. Great. I'll click on generate shopping list, and it will go in and come up with my entire shopping list. And so I can print this. I can take this to the grocery store. And the whole concept is you go home, you decide that from the grocery store, you've got all your food, you put it into a bag. I think she sells bags, but I could just use freezer bags. You put it in the bag, and then the day before you're going to cook it, you take it out of the freezer, you put it, whether it's going to be in the crock pot, Instapot, or in the oven, and you just put it in there, and boom, put some carb with it, and you're good to go. I love this. All right, so moving over, talking about AI, I have used Gemini, I've used Claude, and I've used ChatGPT. I love them all for different reasons. However, I would really encourage you to look at Claude. This is $20 a month for the paid version. It's $18 if you pay for the whole long one. The one thing I just want to point out, what Claude does really, really well is it can actually handle a longer input than ChatGPT, and it just gives you more detailed summaries, and it sounds a little bit less like a computer. So here's a big thing. If you are not using a large language model, whether that's Claude, ChatGPT, or Gemini, you're just not going to have that personal assistant that's helping you. So I really, really want to encourage you, for $20 a month, we spend a lot of money on coffee, on other things. This is totally worth it. Okay, up next, Blinkist. So please check out my video. I talked about Anna's Archive, which is something where you actually can get any book downloaded for free. But if you are one of those people that says, guess what? I'm not going to read it. I really want that short, down and dirty. This is for you. I love Blinkist. Here's an example of a book, Nexus. I do recommend it. It talks a lot about AI. But if you are auditory, you can press play. And this obviously is an app as well too. Start to play. Yay, a little fancy thing.
To manage these new technologies wisely, we must first understand the
fun stuff. You can make it go faster too. So I love that I can go up to 2 times speed because I cannot listen to things slow. But you can also read the nuggets that come with this book. And so if you're someone that's saying like, hey, I just want to know what's going on, it'll give you about the author, but then it will go through and it'll give you these blinks. So the concept is, hey, these are 8 blinks for you to understand this book. And the main concept, of course, if you really like it, then you can get the book. For how to say Blinkist is $7.49 a month. Sometimes they have flash deals. Okay, so AppSumo, what is this? This is a software company, kind of a startup, and it's got all sorts of things. From AppSumo, the thing that I really like is TidyCal. It is Calendly's competitor. So we'll hop over there. This is what it looks like. Calendly is got a monthly subscription, but TidyCal does not. So what you can do is you can create a certain type of booking type, and you can say, hey, if you want to mentor a moment, hop on. If you want a 30-minute meeting, hop on. You can create a new booking type. You can go in and you can update your availability. And so right now I only meet with people on the weekends. And so I go in there, but I can of course change that. And I can add unavailable dates. And so people can go in and just book. This is really cool. And so when you think about if you have different time zones or you're just trying to work with people and you have a website or you just got a side gig, I really, really like this. And it's only a one-time payment. Pretty cool. Okay, Trusted House Sitters. I know a lot of people use Rover. I've definitely used it for dog walking and sitting, but I really love Trusted House Sitters. They do a better job of vetting people, just kind of stronger background checks. The really cool thing is you're not really paying that sitter hourly. They actually stay for free. So if you are the person that is not comfortable with someone in your house, this is not for you. But so if you are trying to make sure you're not scrambling for last minute pet sitters, I really love Trusted House Sitters. It is $129 for the whole year with unlimited sits. And if you find a person that's a really good match, it could be something cool. And bonus if you live in a great place. All right, and the last website is Rome to Rio. You can see I was looking up something to see how, if I went from Berlin, Germany to Westminster, England, how could I get there? And it says there are 11 ways to get there. Of course, you can fly, different types, and it talks about trains, buses, night trains. And then it gives you more information about combinations of the flight plus trains, almost the whole trains, planes, automobiles. But for people that really like to travel and you're looking at the different ways to do transport, because sometimes there's just elements that you want to see along the way. This is really cool. It also does have a great site for looking at hotels. You can actually become a trip planner, and then you can look up cars as well, and that connects to Kayak. But Rome to Rio is a pretty cool website, and I really recommend it. I'm excited I have a great video that talks about websites that are absolutely free that can save you time too, but I do want to encourage you, sometimes it is worth paying the money. If you found this helpful, please like, subscribe, and share.